All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
What's up, universe? What is up? We back again.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Media Hijack.
Hell yeah.
Chris has a new mic, so if anyone is listening, like on headphones on the way to work, let me know how the quality is, because we're still trying to tweak it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constructive criticism is welcome.
Yep. From all our t-shirt sales, we were able to get a mic. So thank you guys for getting t-shirts from us. We love you. We appreciate all the love. Thank you guys. It helps out the show. See, look at that. Chris got a new mic. Now he doesn't sound like a tin can.
There you go.
Tom Fox.
Tom Fox. Calling you out, Tom Fox. Where you at? I appreciate it, Tom Fox, for the input.
Yeah. We needed that, Tom Fox. Yeah. All right. So episode number 40. All right. So
40, shit, for real?
It's a big number.
Damn, we getting old.
Okay, you guys listening on iTunes, you guys can come watch us live on Twitch. We do the show every Tuesday at 6 p.m. But today we're doing a Wednesday because Chris had to work yesterday.
Yeah.
So today's a special Wednesday episode. And you guys can also catch the YouTube replay on YouTube. I got the links down. And also, if you guys want to buy a t-shirt, just go to themediahijack.com. And also, don't forget to rate and subscribe. Give us 5 stars. And leave us a comment. Nice little comment.
Nice little comment. Just don't give us 1 star.
Yeah, don't give us one star like that one guy.
Please, God, don't.
Yeah, so if you guys got like Apple, iPod, give us that 5 star because that's where it helps us.
Yeah.
Shell Shock 85 says his mic sounds fine. He sounds like somebody beating a bag of ferrets with a bat. Hell yeah. Is that good?
I know who that is. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Damn, another Chris?
Yes, too many Chris's here. He's got to go.
All right, so let's get started on this topic with Antarctica. Right. Like, do you know anything about Antarctica?
More or less. I think this is like more of your area of expertise with Antarctica. I know just some shit, but...
Like, do you think like the normal person think like something's weird going on with Antarctica?
I do think some weird shit out there, though.
Yeah, because like there's no countries that own that place.
Nah, and I was like, why? Why can nobody plant a flag there?
Because it doesn't belong to nobody.
And I'm like, and also I've always wondered this: if nobody has staked a claim to Antarctica, is the whole world, like all these countries, in agreement with it? Like, deal? It's like a truce. Like, hey, this is untouched territory. Because if I was a country that wasn't in on it, I'll just walk up and be like, yeah, fuck you guys. This is mine. I'm taking it.
Right.
But nobody's done that, so.
So something happened.
Something's there.
They came across something, and they probably got messed up when they went over there, and they all got scared, and they know like something over there is like more powerful than all the countries combined.
Something, or just is it something? So it's just like, it's like, what if they all know what's there? Like the powers that be in each country,
they all know.
They know what's there, but it's like, yo, we gotta keep this thing locked in the basement.
Yeah.
Antarctica.
Because here's like the red flag for me to look it up. Like when I was hearing stories about Nazi Germany, like they were going over there. Leaders like President Obama going there. What's that other guy? The Senator John Kerry. Like a lot of like politicians go to Antarctica, and I was like, why are they going there? It's just fucking snow and ice. That's already weird. Like these leaders are going over there, right? Yeah. So that's when I started looking up more shit.
They don't even let normal people there, man. They got like guards and shit. They don't let normal people out there.
Yeah, they're trying to protect us from them.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's wild. Okay, so Admiral Byrd, Richard Byrd, he is like one of the guys that explored Antarctica. He got the highest honor, valor given by the United States. Because this guy is not just anybody. He's an important character for the U.S. military, and he was placed on a mission to go check out Antarctica. This dude, he fucking saw like a lot of crazy shit. He said he saw like a lush forest, like the weather getting like warmer, almost like he went to like another fucking planet, like another piece of Earth that nobody even know about in Antarctica, but it's super warm place, like a jungle.
They call it like an oasis or some shit.
Yeah. Like,
not the band, but
he said he got his like binoculars out and he saw like the woolly mammoth just walking around.
Also, he went to dinosaur times.
He went to dinosaur times.
Jurassic Park, man.
I think dinosaur times, like in Antarctica, that special spot, it never went away.
It survived that fucking meteor hitting the fucking Earth.
Because he was on the mission to go see like why the Germans were going there.
Yeah, and I'm always been like this. During World War II, if Germans were showing up at spots,
You better go see what's going on.
what's going on.
Yeah. Or
why are they going to eat you? Look, like, wait, they're looking for the spirit of destiny. Like, you better be, bro. They was out there, man. They was really trying to find some shit.
yeah, they knew something. Tenendo was good.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday show.
Yeah, we had to. Chris had a.
I had to work yesterday, so.
Yep.
And I didn't get off till 6, which would have been a time for the podcast to start. So. But welcome.
All right. So okay. So Buzz Aldrin,
Yes.
astronaut that went to the moon.
The legend.
A couple years ago, he went to Antarctica. Like this is like his story, but then stories of other people telling it for him also. It's like I kind of believe it and shit because the way they were saying the story is like it seems like because Buzz Aldrin, they almost kind of make him look like a crazy guy now because he say a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, man, they've been doing that the past couple of years, man. I know because he got into a fight with some dude, like.
Asking him about the moon landing.
Yeah, and he like beat the shit. He like fuck that dude up. He like punched the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But they been trying to make him look like he's crazy now. Like.
Yeah. Like anything he say, like they want you to believe that he's just his old crazy man now.
Yeah.
Like who cares if he landed on the moon?
You did your job for the government.
Right. Okay, so when he landed in Antarctica a few years ago, he said he was taken to a place where there were pyramids. And he took pictures of these pyramids. I saw them, but I think he took pictures like inside the pyramids too. Because he said, like the pyramids, it was like a shiny metal-like surface, like smooth metal surface pyramid, right? And he said that he felt like an evil presence, like on the pyramid, to where he said he couldn't get close enough to investigate further because he felt like, damn, this shit's just that ice cold. Like he felt like, oh, something's wrong. Like he said something's wrong, and then he felt like the world is in jeopardy. They have he felt like this power source evilness that he felt like they have the power to fucking ruin the whole earth, like easily. This is what Buzz Aldrin was talking about and shit. Pretty wild, right?
Yeah, he's like, yo, my intuition tells me something.
Yeah.
Like this shit ain't good.
And then he was looking when he was like inside the pyramids and stuff. He saw shit that he said he kind of saw like on the moon. Like he saw like cigar shaped like objects, but then he saw it like when he was in Antarctica. He saw like hiding behind like pyramids, like these objects were trying to hide from him.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want him to see the pyramids. I mean those objects that he saw like on the moon.
Damn, so it's like almost like moonlight type area, but on Earth, I guess.
It's like these weird objects that he saw like going to the moon.
Yeah.
He saw them like in Antarctica, almost like
here, then?
they can travel like from here to the moon.
From that point to next, yeah.
Yeah, to like, hey, remember you saw us on the moon? Like, yeah, we're here too. Like, this is our place. Antarctica's our house.
Yeah, we're bringing shit from the moon to here.
Yeah, it was wild. But dude, Admiral Byrd, he saw way more crazy shit, dude. He even saw he said he saw the king of the world, and he said the king of the world is Lucifer. Lucifer controls this earth, dude.
Damn.
The dark spirit.
Yeah, morning star.
Yeah. When I was on like a mushroom trip, I know I talk about mushroom trips all the time, but on my mushroom trip, I actually saw like a dark force that's controlling the earth, and it looks so crazy. It does look like alien-like too. And I could see like the earth like swarmed in it with pyramids all surrounded the earth. Almost like it's like a lock. They have a lock on the earth.
So the pyramids are locking on Earth.
Yeah, it's like when I was looking at my trip, it is when I'm seeing all these shapes, it's very complex, and it looks like a CGI super high graphic game.
Yeah.
And I see like pyramids on top of like the earth, and then on the bottom of the earth, there's like a whole bunch of pyramids surrounding it, and then I see like the god of horrors. I was like, whoa, why am I seeing this guy?
Right. You did say that before.
Yeah. And then when he was talking about these pyramid objects, and he felt like they were like super evil. I was like, that's so weird.
So what the hell they want with us then?
They were here.
We
I
moved
think they were the one that fucking helped created all this shit. Like we were like the humans that weren't supposed to like have fun. We're supposed to stay in our lane and fucking
don't ask questions,
hunt rabbits and whatnot. We're not supposed to talk about opinions and what we really think.
Just,
you know?
just stay in your lane.
Yeah. But then, of course, after Buzz Aldrin, he got done with the Antarctica, they had to like debrief him and stuff. Told him, hey, don't talk about this, old man,
Like
because you're
NDA. Like,
yeah. Because after the trip, when he went back to where he lived at, he got super sick. He was in like the hospital bed. I remember seeing that too.
what?
And then he posted the picture of the pyramid on his Twitter. I was like, damn, that's a fucking pyramid.
Yo, you trying to get taken out, man?
But look, if you go on YouTube, right, and you look up Antarctica pyramid, they'll show you a video of pyramids, right? But then they'll say in the middle of the video, like, yeah, but these pyramids, they end up being mountains. They're not pyramids. They're just mountains. And if you look at it, like, that looked like a fucking pyramid. And now they're trying to say it's mountains. So it's really hard for you to find information about
YouTube's
people that...
tough. YouTube's tough now.
YouTube's...
You can't really...
I don't know about YouTube, man.
Yeah, because it sounds like the last episode and this one too. I'm like, I'm not really finding shit on YouTube no more. I gotta like do some homework. Like,
Yeah.
Gotta bust out the old encyclopedias that my parents got. Gotta bust out that shit.
Yeah, I got most of the information from the Coast to Coast AM radio station I listen to, and that's like kind of almost like off grid type shit.
Yeah, that's like the last like the last stand for
like you have to like stay up till 2 a.m. to listen to it.
God, the hours, man.
Yeah, but I subscribe to it, so
anytime you want.
I get it in the morning. So that's where I get like all my weird news and shit. That's why I'm like paranoid now. That's why I'm super paranoid. Yeah. What else? Where was I?
Okay, so he's in the hospital and shit.
Yeah, he was in the hospital. He got sick and shit. But yeah, like that's pretty much about him. But Admiral Byrd, like when he was doing this shit, like back in like the 1940s, man, like I told you, like he saw like kind of like dinosaurs out there living and shit.
Yeah.
And then he said he saw like spacecraft flying like from north to south pole, whatever. He said they're flying so fast, and he said there's no way if we were to go against these guys, we would all lose. Germans would lose. Everybody would lose.
Yeah.
This technology is way too advanced. So then that's when Admiral Byrd, he wanted to pull his people out. Because here's like another rumor that happened. They said they got into like a little fight, a little scuffle with like the aliens out there.
Oh shit.
Like a lot of his men died, but he didn't die, and that's how he told his story. He told his story like on the news, like what he saw. He said there's like a whole other continent, like it's like bigger than like United States and another country combined. It's like a big continent that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
That's beyond like Antarctica.
Wait, so they got into a shootout with aliens?
Yeah. That's supposedly, that's like the word on the street.
I was thinking when you said scuff, I'm thinking they was like rolling around like, yo, get him. And
Maybe.
like, I don't know, they was like, like
ankle lock.
Like in school when kids get into a fight and a circle surrounds them. That's what I was thinking in my brain. Mm-hmm. But it just dawned on me, so like some people died. I was like, oh, so no, it was like,
yeah.
Okay.
The aliens like, man, they start levitating like, boom. Like, oh shit. Started using like telekinesis, picking up like cars and shit.
Getting into their minds.
Yeah. Making them stab themselves. But yeah, like he said he was actually supposed to have a meeting with the king of the world.
Yeah.
But he never did went to that meeting because he was supposed to go talk to Lucifer. Mm-hmm. And they're supposed to have like a meeting or whatever. But that didn't happen. But here's like the thing. They said that like our U.S. government and I think all other governments like in the world, they all made like an agreement with these entities. That's what they're saying. These guys are entities. This like people, not people, like entities that's beyond our world, like in the spirit world. They speak about them like that.
Oh shit!
And they said they made like an agreement with them. Like our people made agreement with them, saying that they told them to listen to everything that they say, do everything that they say, and then we'll come to you to give you like your next step to move humanity forward or whatever. Because I think their ultimate goal really is to have one world power, one world economic currency, everybody on the same page, one world religion. That's the ultimate goal. And it kind of looked like that's kind of happening right now, if you look at it. Because when the pandemic happened, right, everybody agreed to doing the shutdown. That was a world. The world was all on the same page about that shutdown.
Well, except for America, but the rest of the world, yeah. The rest of the world was like, yeah, we'll do it.
I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting how easy they could do that like that.
Well, I think their plan's starting to backfire now because over in Europe, there's some people who get sick of the quarantine and they're starting to blow up like fucking. I saw like a video on I can't remember if it was on Reddit or on Twitter, but they're going to like the vaccination shit that the drive-through ones. They're blowing them bitches up now. They're like setting bombs there and they're blowing them up.
Yeah, I don't think that's like their plan like that. But I'm saying
that's not part of like they're playing like you say, trying to get everybody unified and everything like that. I guess some people ain't really with the shits because this unification thing ain't really working because now people are like, fuck that shit. I'm trying to try this quarantine life. So they probably have to make up some kind of real some other shit because like this quarantine shit didn't work. So
yeah, they're but when I saw it like that, that's when I realized, okay, so everybody, like the world leaders, they are like they're ties together. They're like all in the same boat, and they're taking orders from something that's way beyond them.
Yeah,
that's scary, right?
At the tippy top.
And then the one world currency, so Bitcoin is maybe they fucking made the Bitcoin. Like here's the thing about Bitcoin.
That's always wondered.
You know, they don't know who made it, and the way that they made it is like impossible for you to crack this shit. It's so like genius. Like they got like one of the best hackers in the world to try to fucking break Bitcoin, and then when he was trying to break Bitcoin, he was just like his jaw dropped on how good the code was made. It's like who can make this? It's like some shit like somebody in the future made.
Shit. I was about to say aliens, but yeah, features probably right.
Yeah, it's saying like there's no back doors, no side doors, no nothing. It's impossible for you to fucking crack a Bitcoin.
Not even a window.
He was like, whoever made this shit, it's like it's beyond like human intelligence. That's what he was saying. He's like, this is not like, I don't think a human can make something like this.
But if you ask the government, like, hey, who made Bitcoin? They'd be like, China. So it's like China did it.
But then like the dude, I think the guy who made Bitcoin, he's dead. Because the guy who got the first transaction where they sent it to him like to test it out, that dude is dead.
Damn.
Yeah. And then if you think about it, if you make something right and you want to test it, you test it out on yourself first.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he tested out on himself first. So the guy who made it, that dude been dead.
Actually, I always thought it was kind of like a thing where like if you create something, you never test it out on yourself. Like
I do.
For like for ethical reasons. Say like if you're like a doctor and you're like, hey, I made a cure for like this virus to keep people from turning into like fucking zombies.
Well, that's a virus. That's different.
You'd be like, oh, I'm using it on myself first. It's like, I guess for like ethical reasons, it's like, you should never test it out on yourself.
Yeah.
Because then what if you die? Then who else is going to do it?
But it's electronic stuff.
Yeah, true. True.
You can easily just, let me just see if I can send this money to my wallet that I made up.
Oh,
yeah, because you're building the software, like, well, let me just test it out real quick. The dude is dead. But here's what I think, like he's smart, but he's not smart enough to create a code like that. I think that code was given to him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then he subconsciously like made the code for Bitcoin. It's just like classical music. Like they're saying like, oh, I just felt it in a dream or in a vision, whatever. Then I just had to write the music out.
Yeah, I just felt it. Like you just need that little thing to point you in the right direction.
Yep. I think Bitcoin was like that. This dude was like coding like subconsciously, like he's fucking dead, but he's like still typing.
He was like a white dude or some shit?
I think he was white. I don't know. Maybe Japanese.
Who knows? I imagine Asian though for some reason. It's gotta be.
So they're saying like whatever is in like Antarctica is like a supernatural intelligence.
Okay.
It's not normal. It's not like I came from this planet. They're like interdimensional travelers.
Damn.
Like portals, like Stargate type shit. Like they have so much power like in Antarctica. They said it's like more power than like 150 Earths put together.
Jesus
Some
Christ.
shit like that. And they say they control like, so the side story is that they control all the Stargates all around the world.
Yeah.
So they're able to open and close these Stargates. And then one guy he said is like deep inside the government. He was saying like how the Stargate work. If you guys want to see how it works, he said go watch that movie Hellboy, the first one.
Yeah, it's just good.
And in the first scene where the Nazis were opening up that portal, he said that's how the Germans were fucking with the Stargates.
Yeah, trying to get
That shit was crazy. And then I actually went to go watch that scene because I never saw it, so I went to go watch the scene. I never seen Hellboy.
Shit's good, man. Fucking love that movie.
It looks cool. I'm gonna watch it now.
It's good.
But the first scene, they have the Nazis and they have this dude. They're opening up this portal. It's like spinning and then like boom. But before he opened it, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna bring the 7 gods of chaos to Earth, and then we're gonna kill all our enemies." I was like, "Was that what the Nazis were doing?"
Trying to summon some shit.
So they brought like these demons out. They gave them all this knowledge and technology, and they're like, "Okay, take over the world. We're gonna destroy that old religion,
Yeah.
we're gonna give you a new religion.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 Hellboys out. There's like if you want to watch the one with Ron Perlman. That's the one that came out like I think mid 2000s or something like that. That's the one you want to see.
Why?
It's a better version of it because like
It's the same version.
They did a reboot like 2-3 years ago, and it's like
I'll check it out.
yeah, that's the one you want to see. Ron Perlman. That's the one where you like because the beginnings are both the same. It's almost very similar to like even though it's a reboot and then the one from the mid 2000s, the intro is the same. Like Nazis trying to start some shit, machine, da da da. So it's good.
I'll check it out. All right, so Warner von Braun is like the first head of NASA. Super brilliant rocket scientist guy. he wrote the book. It's called the Mars Project, and this project is about getting man to the moon and colonizing Mars, but without having Mars having like a government control. Like this shit's gonna be like a utopia for like scientific studies and shit. And the name that he chose for that shit, you know what the name was? Elon.
Shit.
This is all before Elon was even born.
Well.
Crazy how that is, right?
Coincidence?
It's crazy how Elon Musk's parents named him that. But now Elon is on a mission to Mars to get man on Mars.
We need to investigate his family. What kind of shit are they into?
It's too deep.
It's too deep.
It's getting a little too deep. It's like, hold on, man. What are the odds of that, right?
For real.
Spelled the same way and everything. It's like he was destined to do that shit.
To take us off this planet.
I think, I mean, if anything, it already happened. Like they're saying there's rumors that there's bases on Mars and shit, and they're already doing shit like that. And I think like it wasn't even through like space travel; they were doing it through portals.
Oh, dude, be way faster, man.
Like Elon, man, let's just get that spaceship over there and drop off that little Stargate we just made.
Boom. Like drop it off on Mars, and then now because we already got one here, you gotta take it to Mars. Try to drop one off of there, and boom.
And you know like how they fucking activate that shit?
Yeah.
With codes, hieroglyph codes, like in Egypt.
Yeah.
I'm kind of making this part up, but I'm just saying what I saw on a TV show.
Stargate?
How they open these Stargates up. Man, I was watching the first Stargate. I didn't know like they had nudity in that shit.
The movie?
No, the TV show.
I've never seen the TV show. Wait, I have seen.
I watched the first episode on Netflix, and it has titties and vagina.
Is this like a new? It's like new.
It's old. It's the first episode. But then I read up about it. I was like, wait, does this show like tits in all episodes? And then they said they only showed like tits like
you know why?
in the UK version.
It used to be on Showtime originally, I think.
Oh, but they said they never aired the naked one, the naked scenes in the US.
Also,
it was overseas.
Also, we got the dubbed version. I'm not the dubbed version, but the edited version. And shit.
Yeah, super edited.
Damn.
But yeah, what are the odds of that?
That's on Netflix?
Musk. Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't even know that. They know me. Netflix don't be telling me shit.
Yeah.
They be telling me like, "Hey, you want to watch this?" I'm like, "Why would I want to watch that?" Like, don't tell me nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So that scientist, Dr. Warner von Braun, the respected dude.
Yeah.
Him and his friend, they both said that they got help from the spirit world. They didn't even say, "Hey, we got help from aliens from another planet." They said, "We're getting information about technology from the spirit world." That's crazy. I believe that shit, dude. That spirit world ain't no joke. It's a real thing.
It's like, yo, what's up? We got information for you.
Yeah, they hear me saying this right now. Like, yeah, we know, you know.
Like, do you feel like you should be telling that story? Do you feel comfortable with it?
Yeah, because they know, like, I don't mean harm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
They didn't give me technology.
Like, I ain't benefiting from this shit.
Like, my next trip, they're gonna drop like a bomb on me. Like, dude, you have to build this right now. Do this. I'm like, damn, what happened? I let them in. This what happened.
Try to be nice.
So the German Nazis, they had the first Stargate. They discovered the first Stargate, like a natural one. And they said that the power that they gave them was power from the spirit world, like I was saying. Which is that hard to believe, man? Especially hearing it from a scientist that's like really respected, saying, "Yeah, we got technology from the spirit world." That's not a normal thing you would hear, and then you'd be like, "Oh, no, that's bullshit." But when you hear it from somebody like with the credentials of a NASA scientist, like the top head scientist guy, I would think like a normal person would be like, okay, I have to really think about this, and then actually try to like believe him instead of just say, oh, you're just full of shit. Because I think people now, they're starting to think like that. They're not just saying, oh, no, that's bullshit, that's fake. Because how the fuck would they know?
Yeah.
It's so easy to say something's fake.
Yeah, easy. That's the easy way. That's the easy and lazy way of doing it sometimes.
Yeah. I think anybody that never had like a real like spiritual like moment, whatever, it's easy for them to say something's fake until they actually experience something.
Yeah, that's how it always is. It's like it's hard to convince people what shit is until it happens to them, and they're like, oh, they at least experience something close to it. And then when it's to get a little wake up call, then that's when they're like more open to that shit.
Then they're all late, like in the game.
The train's already left the station, man.
Like I was watching TED Talk, and the dude said, I finally discovered like mushrooms at the age of 70.
Damn.
Like all those years that I was bashing it, saying how bad it was. And he was like, I missed out on all that.
I missed all the fun.
And he was like, God. I was like, dude, if
like,
you're young now, just try it.
He's probably
do it the right way, though.
He's probably like, damn, I hope reincarnation is real because I'm going to do this shit right next time.
Nah, I think it's real. But I think you come like for a reason. It's to learn a lesson.
I think it's all like building blocks. You come in, do your time, get out. Then you show up the next time.
It could be.
Yeah, because it's like just all just stacks up, man. It's like going through math in high school. You start with algebra, and then eventually adds up to like fucking calculus and shit. But they all kind of like work off of each other.
It's like, yeah. You could look at it like that, like a lesson. Like, oh, you got to go to this grade, which is Earth.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you got to take Earth class.
There you go.
Like, oh, damn.
Damn, I flunked it. Damn, what would be considered like a flunk?
Someone that does serial killing.
Unless,
man, you actually went there. You actually fucked shit up.
Unless that was what they was here for.
I guess.
I don't know. I'm not saying go kill people.
Everybody.
I'm just saying everybody has a purpose to serve, and
that is crazy.
You gotta play a role. Like
I think anybody that can kill somebody like that, it's a different type of human.
There's a special type of, not special as in good, but like
it's different.
A rare fucking breed of people.
I think that's real evil. That's legit evil.
To the point where every time I'll be watching shit about just like psychiatrists and shit like that trying to study like serial killers' brains, and they're like, bro,
and they become a serial killer.
it's like they can't explain it. They try to. Yeah, Tenendo says everyone has a job.
Everybody
Plays. It's like running like a I don't know. It's like I can't think of the way everybody works together. I don't know, like a giant machine or some shit.
Yeah, we all work together.
I don't know. I can't think.
Yeah, because everybody can't be like a fucking smart scientist, man.
Yeah, you can't.
Right. Everybody can't, be like hunting deer. Like, it's like, man, I don't want to hunt deer, man. I want to do something else.
Yeah.
Somebody got to hunt that deer. I don't want to do something else.
Whether you're like a scientist at NASA or you're the janitor that cleans up NASA, everybody plays a part.
Everybody plays a role.
If the scientist ain't gonna clean that place, who is?
Yep.
The janitor.
Somebody has to be the breakfast lady.
Somebody's got to be the cook.
Somebody got to be breakfast
lunch lady
for 60 years.
There you go.
Because I think about that. Like, I'll be watching shows where people eat, right? And then they buy food from the lady. And, camera's on the guys talking. And then I'm looking at the lady in the back. I was like, damn, she did that shit her whole life for her kids. Like, she sacrificed all that and she's still doing it.
That's her purpose.
And then I thought about it, I was like, damn, why am I thinking about her when those guys are talking?
Right?
That's how I know,
got shit to do with anything.
Yeah, like that's how I knew, like I grew up and I'm thinking about like the deeper
people,
shit.
Yeah, man.
So I was like, damn, how long she did that?
Like, I want to hear her story.
And then I was like, they already forgot about her. They're like, yeah, she's been working like 40, 30 years. And I was like, God damn.
Like, I want to hear why. Can I talk to her? Like, what?
Is she in the same spot? She did she sacrificed her whole life for her kids.
Are you happy? She probably like, yeah. And like this.
Yeah.
I did it for them.
When you look at her hands, they look like
just work hands.
Some strong ass work hands. That's crazy though. And then I was thinking like maybe like they do run like on this NPC path, like they just do their job, Like she was just supposed to be their breakfast lady.
There you go. Tanena says, a job you don't know, you just do. No, that's for her, man.
Unless you're a special one.
Unless you know what you're here for, like, I don't know, the fucking Dalai Lama or something, because they reincarnated all the time and they know why they're here. But most people like most people explain like you said NPCs. Like,
yeah.
Even I'm an NPC. Like,
but imagine like being born like in a world where there's no like spiritual people, like there's no monks that exist, so everything's just chaotic.
Yeah.
Because you know how like, when people they go through like crazy like life moments and shit. They try to find answers. So they start.
Yeah, like existential crisis type thing. Like,
So they go.
what is the meaning of
Yep. They start trying to
whatever?
find answers, and then they end up in like Tibet in India, and they're
Every
fucking
damn time.
meditating with Tibetan monks, and
Every
then
damn
they
time.
have like, like a new life vision of what they're supposed to do, and they come back and they create Apple
There you go. Yo,
or make Apple better.
open up that third eye.
Steve
Yo,
Jobs,
you
man.
out there.
They kicked Steve Jobs out of his own company. That fool went to Tibet,
Got that.
came back is like, this is my company.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
kinda
about to run this shit.
It's like the movie Batman Begins, where he like traveled overseas and trained with all them assassins and like with the like all these monk temples and shit. Came back to Gotham, Batman, like boom, got that awakening.
Yeah. Just like that.
Dude,
Or
just
like
like that.
fucking Doctor Strange.
Take up, go that. I love that.
I love that movie.
That's still my favorite Marvel movie. I don't care what anybody says. That's still my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite too.
It's a good one, man. I was watching it. Oh, dude, you gotta watch WandaVision.
What's that?
It's like this. I can't really explain it. Wanda, she's from the Avengers and all that, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But she in the show, she creates like her boyfriend got killed in Infinity War. He's an android that Thanos.
Oh,
looked at.
I know.
But she's creating like this alternate world where he's alive and everything's perfect. But it's kind of like, I think the people that live within this reality, they're trapped, and she has them stuck to like pretend to live out like this Brady Bunch type life. But it's kind of like,
It's all
it's
creative.
trippy, dude. You'll see like edits in the show. You're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? You be like, quite like, dude. I be questioning like, did I just see what the hell I just saw? But they do like these little quick cut edits where you like, yeah, they're trying to just show that she's alternate reality bits and pieces here to kind of like conform to what she wants. But it's supposed to tie into the
It's a
next
TV show?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It's supposed to be
Is that
tied.
already all out?
They got the 4th episode comes out tomorrow.
Oh, I'll just wait.
Yeah. So it's gonna be 6 episodes in total. So yeah, just wait like a couple weeks. So, but it's supposed to be tied to the next Doctor Strange movie, which is gonna be called the the Multiverse of Madness. Some
Damn.
shit. That's gonna be
Damn.
the sequel, man. So,
That's my type of movie.
oh yeah. What did it tell says? Tanetta says, you try to talk to her, she turns to you and says, shh. Scary. Oh, you talking to the cafeteria lady. She's in on it. She's in on it.
All right. So other like important shit about Antarctica. Okay, so there's like a pool of magma in Antarctica, like a huge volcano and pool of magma that's 10 times the size of Yosemite. So this place could blow anytime, dude. And imagine
super
if that
volcano?
if it exploded, it blew up, and then all the shit melts. Dude, we're done. Everybody's underwater.
Man, yeah, this whole planet's gonna get fucking water world, man.
Flood part 2, man.
For real.
Where's Noah? Is it Noah?
Yeah, get that
Moses. Who was the one? Noah.
ark, yeah, he's
Noah's
the
Ark.
ark,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Animal lover.
arc.
Okay, like here's like something else that's important. So this dude, this researcher, he got like insider information from somebody that's like deep within the government. He had a hold of a history record of all the treaties that's been made on Earth, even like through Egyptians. So this dude, he was saying that the Egyptians back 3000 BC, they made a treaty, like an agreement with the sky gods for something. I'm not sure like what it was, but they have like an agreement on something. Maybe the Egyptians, they have control over this earth for whatever amount of period, and then they have to give up something. And then there's another treaty that the people of India made in like 400 BC. They made an agreement with the gods. Because remember, I'm telling you, like one of the religions that I think have this shit kind of correct is the Indians, like the Indian people.
Yeah.
Because their gods, I think their gods are fucking legit, and they're so in touch with the spirit world that I don't think they're playing around. Like they know it's real.
Serious,
Yeah, and he said there was a written in paper that Indians did this too. They had their own agreement. Even the Nazi governments, they had a treaty with the aliens or the entities.
Did they? I thought Nazis tried to go to Antarctica too, though, didn't they? They was
Yeah,
trying to-
yeah. They were the first one going
Yeah,
there.
they was stomping through the snow and shit.
Yeah, they were like one of the first ones that know about the spirit world, know about this technology. That's why they were so confident that they can take over the world, because they had backup from the entities. But here's like my new theory: like the Nazis, they never lost, dude.
This is what they
They're just
wanted?
rebranded the USA. If you think about it, the scientists all work at NASA. They're like, oh yeah, we kidnapped them. It's like, No.
You gave them new
won.
identities.
We won already, and we're just gonna have some scientists work at NASA.
Was it Operation Paperclip? They just gave me new
It was
identities.
something like that. Yeah. I think it was Paperclip.
It was like, hey, your name is John. John, your wife's name's Mary.
So let's say like the German Nazis, they're the ones that control the world under a different name. Because if you think about it, if they had like that much power, like did the U.S. like really stop them like that? Or they just played pretend like, yeah, we stopped you guys and the U.S. won, or the Nazis never lost.
Maybe they was all in on it the whole time.
And then it's still under one true power source.
They just
everything is ran by aliens.
Hey guys, we beat Hitler at the end. No, they like, this is what they wanted. Because you gotta think about like, because a lot of people say this too. Like, let's say, example, like, say like something like the KKK in America. The KKK kind of had to get rebranded because it's kind of hard to convince people that kind of go in this direction if you walk around wearing hoods. It's like unapproachable. But if you like put on a suit and tie, it's more approachable that way and people can accept it more. And I could kind of see that in the same way. It's kind of like how we say like, hey, like the Nazis lost and now they kind of assimilate themselves into America. Like this is
same way.
We kind of just we're probably not even know it right now.
That's crazy. I think, but a lot of shit that's hitting the fan now, like with a lot of the alien disclosures coming out, because I think they're actually telling like all the governments like, hey, you guys got to say like we exist now, like this is like your duty. That's why because you see weird shit happening, right? Like Trump saying, hey, here's a stimulus check, but hey, you guys got 180 days.
Slide this in there.
Slide that alien disclosure. Like well, that's weird to put that in the stimulus bill. I was like, okay, like just fucking do this shit. Yeah, don't beat around the bush. Like just fucking do it.
Unless he can.
Let us know.
Unless he, I mean, because you gotta think about the president's just a face though. It's more than just him. So it's kind of like everybody has a boss.
But somebody has to be blamed for shit.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna jump on that sword? Fuck, who knows?
Fuck that, I'm out.
Trump tried to slide it in there. He's like, okay, so stimulus check, cool. Wait, what is this on the back? It's like, Trump wrote that shit in the mark.
So he already signed it, like
UFOs.
Yeah.
This is what that shit.
Oh man, we gotta release this.
Shit, no, Trump.
Yeah, but I think it comes from like above all of them. That's why they said, hey, you guys gotta start disclosing all this information because I think like the big thing in 2021 that might happen is like everybody's gonna know the truth about Antarctica and what's all over there. This mysterious land that nobody owns. But you can go there, just do a little science project. But there's no country that can say, "Hey, this shit is mine."
Yeah, nobody can claim it. Like,
and they all agreed on that, which is another weird thing.
It's like, for example, like nobody can claim anything on the moon. It's just like America don't own that shit. So.
Yep. So watch, that shit's gonna all come out. Maybe this year it's gonna be like
some real shit. That is like it does kind of the same thing like the moon because the moon can't be claimed by Russia or like U.S. Nobody can claim it.
Lucifer owns it too.
And same thing with Antarctica too. Like you can't claim it. So
yeah.
But what if Antarctica is like a piece of the fucking moon? like it's a chunk of the moon that's just like just fell.
But the moon is still there though.
Like kind of like like a crust on an apple pie that breaks off, and it's like just like the whole moon is just like just a layer of the OG layer of the moon, and it's I don't know.
I guess you could. I mean, we don't know.
Buzz Aldrin, where you at, my guy?
A lot of ice though. Shell Shock says there's presidents that were never briefed on aliens, and I doubt Trump was either.
They don't tell him shit about nothing.
See, here's the thing: we don't know.
The clearance is too high, man. That's like even higher than the president.
I think like he knows that they do exist, but I don't think they gave him like the juicy information. You know, like, hey, remember that one time they had that dude? What's his name? Valorant Thor that used to live in the Pentagon. He was like an alien from Venus. This is another story.
Throwback story. Right?
If you guys ever heard the story, Alien at the Pentagon.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, Alien at the Pentagon. They actually made like a real movie about the whole story about this guy came to talk to like, I think Eisenhower or something. That he told him about like what Earth is doing, like with nuclear weapons. They got to stop doing that. And if Earthlings want like technology and stuff, they have to make an agreement with these aliens and kind of like make like peace not to fuck up the damn Earth. And he will help them out. Well, here's the thing, like, I hear every different UFO guy talk, like, the deep ones, they say they won't help us until we ask for help. So we could burn, like, everything to the ground, because we wouldn't ask for help. Like, let's say our government never asked aliens, hey, fucking fix the earth, it's melting. They can help us.
I think like
They're like, nah, you give us that new weapon. You give us our portals back.
We want more nukes.
Ever since you guys took our stargates away, we can't go to Mars. We
stuck.
can't go to that one planet with all the chicks. You know?
With the three
They're so pissed.
With the 3 boobies. You're stuck here.
They can't travel like Star Trek and Star Wars. Because they're saying everything like in the movies and stuff. That stuff exists, dude.
Man,
it's easily.
You know why? Because they put humanity on timeout. That's why.
We plateaued, man. As humans, that's what I saw on my mushroom trips. I was like, doop. Humans, they plateaued. We're not advancing no more. We're actually going backwards.
Probably.
Like humans, like mentally, we're going backwards. We're fighting like caveman people now.
With the guns.
Like we're arguing. And imagine other planets like, what the hell? They're fighting? Like, don't they want to like save the Earth?
Like, wait, they still hate each other for the color of their skin? What the?
Captain Planet?
The planet is dying.
What happened to Captain Planet? Damn, that's fucked up, man. But yeah, man, everybody got to do their shit, man. That's what I say. Like,
play your part, man. NPC or not. Play your role.
We got to help out, man. Tenino says, do you think there's something on the dark side of the moon? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
talked about this last week, right?
Was that last week? Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, we talked about the moon. We had a whole episode on the moon. Like, we had a hollow moon theory.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
The dark side of the moon, man. That's where they have all the buildings. That's where they have the Starbucks cafeteria. They have the Targets back there.
This is all hidden in the backpack.
Yeah. Because the moon, that shit is owned by some aliens. Adam C. Will, what's up with Bitcoin, boys? Yo, Bitcoin is booming right now.
Yeah,
I think like after the next bull run on the next one, it's gonna hit like 200K, man. This is like the one where it's stuck like 30,000 now. Mm-hmm. The next one that's gonna happen,
boom,
200,000, and then after that, 1 million. After that, end of the world.
And it pull the plug.
Yeah, you gotta go back and listen, Mr. Tenendo.
Yes,
I think that was the one that you missed out on.
Yeah, I think you should have like at the very end. I think it was like, oh, we about to wrap up.
Yeah. That's pretty much it about Antarctica. Like, what do you guys think about that shit?
Shit's crazy.
Yeah, I'm invested in that shit. Yes, sir.
With Bitcoin? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I invest like in almost everything. That's why I'm so poor.
all my finances go to that shit.
Yeah. Don't let me look at Elon Twitter, man.
Oof.
He be saying too much shit that makes me make like
he be pissing me off though.
reckless moves.
But
he was like a Etsy looking cool. I was like, fuck, I gotta go buy some Etsy.
Why would you say that?
I hate that guy. No, I love him though. I think Elon's gonna save the world. This is one of the guys that I think is gonna take humanity to the next step. All right, so it's gonna be a revelation coming this year, guys. So everybody, like, fucking do your part. Be good. Don't be bad. The spirit world is real. They're all watching you guys. Like, take my word for it. Everything you're doing, good or bad, you're being watched, dude.
They're gonna weigh that shit.
Take my word for it.
They're gonna weigh that shit when your time comes.
Yeah, because I have a story about that. How I know like 100,000% I know is so damn real. Because I went through it myself, and it's almost like when I was done with the experience.
Yeah.
I said, how can science explain this? It's fucking impossible. But yeah, that's like for another day. But we're gonna take a quick break, and then Chris is gonna talk about his topics about alien abduction. So we got like more alien shit coming up.
Hell yeah.
Right, guys. Hey, you guys don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yo, talk about that GameStop shit real quick before we start, because GameStop stock exploded because of somebody on Reddit.
Yeah, so I guess like what's the Reddit page? I think it's like Wall Street Bets or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. They was like plotting and planning, like just start putting money in it. All, like, I think it's like maybe it's like 1,000 or maybe a couple thousand people that's on this that's joined that page on Reddit. But it's like they just started putting a shit ton of money while it was low on GameStop. Just kind of throw shit off. They started realizing, like, because Wall Street's run by like billionaires and shit like that. They basically kind of use the same trick they use sometimes to.
They broke the system.
They broke the fucking system. They broke the system, and now you have the government and the Biden administration talking about, yeah, we're gonna monitor the situation and see what's going on. So I think they're about to start cracking down on fucking Reddit. Yeah, Wall Street Bets. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy. And man, why didn't we think of this idea? Like, okay, so genius. The next one, we're gonna find like the cheapest stock company. Everybody agreed to fucking pump that shit, and boom, we fucking control the whole market now.
Yeah, because I know there's like
because there's more us than them.
It is, and that's what we gotta realize.
The whole system is fucked up now, dude. You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna crash the whole shit, dude.
I even had to check it out on Reddit, and it was like, this isn't Democrat, Republican. This is the 1% versus us, and da-da-da. And they always play these fucking games with the stock market because I guess, too, a lot of these billionaires were betting that GameStop was going to fucking tank. Mm-hmm. And that was making... They was betting against GameStop.
They were the one fucking up everything.
But it's more of us than them.
Yeah.
And so that's why they was like, GameStop, AMC...
The whole game has changed.
Dude, changed it. And now all of a sudden, the Biden administration is like, well, look into it. The government's never done that shit with billionaires was playing this game. Because... Now I guess it's like, the rappers got the gun now. This shit ain't fucking fun no more. And now they try to do some oversight, and I don't like that.
So what's the next stock that's gonna blow up?
I don't know.
Etsy?
Yeah,
Etsy's already expensive. It's like $200.
That shit ain't cheap.
Fuck. That's such a good idea, man.
Dude, it's smart, man. And I think they started to realize, like, fuck, they may have started something here where they started to wake up from the matrix. Like
everybody's waking up.
They popping them red pills now.
Like, holy shit! Like we have like the upper hand now. Like
fuck, they're starting to realize that they do outnumber us.
Yes. And then the dude, like one of the guys, he was able to pay off all his student loans and shit.
Yeah, dude had one guy, he had like I think he had like a 6-figure investment in it, but then his shit came out like $23 million now.
He sold it all, right?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I would. I've heard people with like 50,000 investment, and then it came out 12 million today.
That's so cool.
Dude, shout out to these guys, man. Nothing but respect.
We're part of this movement too, guys. If we find out something. We should all make our own little Reddit where we can talk. Or we could do it on Discord. I'll let Tenendo make the Discord shit, and then we all talk about stocks on there. Tenendo, that's your job, dude. You're welcome. You make that page. We're all gonna join the page, and then we're gonna look at like small stocks where we can get like a bigger community to pump that shit. Mm-hmm. Since it's happening now.
Yeah, because it's like all you do is like get the people in there. Everybody invests like bits and pieces here and there.
Yep. Tenendo says he's on it. Cool beans. High five, dude.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, dude.
Yes. All right, we'll get into a Chris topics about alien abductions.
Let's go. Yeah, so my topic for tonight is going to be alien abductions and also like close encounters and all that, which I always thought it stopped at 5. I didn't realize there was like a 6 and a 7.
What would be the 6th encounter? Wait, explain all the encounters, because I know the first encounter is just like you seeing a UFO in the sky.
Yeah. So like it says close encounter of the first kind is actually the sighting of a UFO in the sky. So, for example, like let's say, what I'm thinking of, say like the Phoenix Lights or some shit like that.
Just seeing a regular UFO, right?
You've seen the lights up in the sky, boom, boom, boom.
Pesos was good.
What's up? So that'd be the first one. 2 is like to have tangible proof. So basically, it's like when you see and you feel something, so like radioactive is in the soil, or say like the grass got like flattened or some shit. So it's basically like
that'll be the second kind because you're seeing physical shit happening.
Like say like people like because there's people who's like got close to like a UFO or whatever, and they want to get like sunburn on their face and shit like that. So physical evidence, basically.
Physical evidence.
Yeah, grass burnt. Shit
they left the alien cell phone on the ground.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's it.
Now we have iPhones.
That's the second kind. Third kind is actually the sighting of the creature. So when you see the gray, like some of the stories I was reading the past couple of days, it's like...
Is this when they make eye contact with you?
I see them, like... It's like their eyes wrap around the side of the head to the front. They can be like from 5 feet tall to 10 feet tall.
Damn, the tall grays?
Yeah.
They call them tall whites.
Tall whites. Is that what they call?
Yeah.
Damn. So the grays are like the little dudes.
Yeah, the grays are the little dudes. The tall whites is like super tall guys. They look weird too, man. Their face, their jawline is all stretched out and shit.
Damn.
Like they do look like monsters.
Big brother.
Yeah. There was one, never mind, go ahead. Wait, Real Peso says, you want a spoiler alert about UFOs? Dude, run it. But Chris, continue.
Oh, yeah. It says, okay, so you also got the fourth encounter, which a fourth encounter is a UFO event in which a human is abducted. That's the shit that we.
The fourth kind.
The fourth kind.
That's when you're like in their house.
So you chilling. You get about to get the butt plug. All that.
You're on that metal table.
It's cold.
Examine table.
So that's when you're abducted by a UFO. This type was not included in the original encounters. So at first, when they was doing the fourth encounter, it wasn't like this abduction was not included at first. But when people started saying like, when it went from hey, I'm seeing them to oh shit, I'm with them. What's it like? I'm just seeing them from distance. Not like yo, they got some anal beads. They pull out some anal beads and stuff. That's when it's like okay, we got to add the fourth kind. Did you want to read a comment? Or?
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay, so then, all right, so fifth, all right, so the close encounter, which is the fifth kind, says, which is an event that involves direct communication between the aliens and the humans. Basically, this is kind of like, what's the movie where they basically it was kind of like, what's the one where they had the owl in it? The chick from Resident Evil. That's the fifth kind, I think it was, right? I think it's called the fifth kind. But basically, they're communicating with their ass.
I remember that movie. That was kind of scary.
The movie's creepy as shit, man.
That's what made me scared of owls, man.
For real? They turn their heads backwards and shit? I don't know.
Yeah, like what are they? A camera? What are they? Security? Why are owls like
alien security? Like they surveillance?
Some owls are alien security guards. Cameras.
It says like this type of encounters is basically described as a bilateral contact experience through consciousness, voluntary, or proactive. So basically, sometimes too, it'll be through like telepathy or so people be having dreams.
This is when they're like making communication.
This is when they talking. Like
yeah. That'll be the fifth kind.
Yeah, that'll be the fifth kind. Yeah.
Yeah, actually making contact with them because there's this scientist guy, Stephen Greer. He actually came up with like a meditation where you could do it as a group.
Yeah,
where
they talk about it too. Yeah.
You can actually summon UFOs.
Yes.
And you see it all on camera, like everybody's meditating, then boom, they start popping up.
What's the OG one? You, me, eventually, Prophet Yahweh.
Prophet Yahweh.
The OG one. That's the
E-Bum's World.
Yeah, E-Bum's World. Before YouTube, there was E-Bum's World. Yeah, that's
Peso says Area 51 is a military weapon development facility. UFOs were prototype stealth bomber designs. If you Google stealth bombers, German World War II designs, they started as this aircraft. So you're saying all this is fake?
Maybe. I don't know. Hold on,
Feds are calling.
They keep calling them. So the fifth kind would be like, what's that? I got thrown off. Okay. Yeah, so communication and all that. The sixth is death of a human or animal associated with the UFO sighting. Though this would be considered a more severe example of second kind encounters. So basically, the sixth kind is when they fucking murk you.
Damn.
That was new to me. I was like, I
thought they're peaceful. They're peaceful.
I would think so.
They're not peaceful?
If I was alien, I wouldn't be sweating humans. I'm like, what? These fucking...
Because there's the one story, the dude from that movie Fire in the Sky. He said like when they abducted him, right? And then he realized like he was somewhere like in a lab. Like he got up off the table and he smacked one of the fucking aliens. And he said like it felt like he hit a child. Because, the aliens fragile? Were small. He's like, damn, they weak, But then I think they laid his ass out, though.
He got outnumbered.
Yeah, they put the anal beads back in. They're like, you better stop.
Yeah, because I saw the trailer for it yesterday, and I was like, oh, this kind of... She looks creepy as hell. Like he's wrapped up in plastic or something on a table. I don't know what was going on.
Shell Sock says, he said he did some... You said you did some time in Nevada test site next to Area 51. You're talking about S4? That's where like Bob Lazar.
What was that? 2010? We was in that Silver Flag. There's a base right next to Area 51 at night.
You guys were there?
Yeah, I think that's.
Why you never tell this story, Chris?
I don't know. I think I did tell it before. But we was at all right. There's a base like maybe
lies. I'm just playing.
50 miles outside of Vegas. Mm-hmm. Like you go past like a prison that O.J. Simpson was in. Like there's a prison that he was in at the time. Fucking in the middle of nowhere, just out in the distance. So if you escape, where you going? Because ain't shit around there. But then after that, that's when you get to.
Well, you guys were
Creech. I think the base is called. I think the base is called Creech, if I remember correctly. But that's when we did pre-deployment training. But right beside it is Area 51.
Damn.
And at night, like we got like on smoke breaks and all that, you would see like the mountaintop and there's some light on the other side. It's like, what are they doing? What are they doing over there, man?
They're really doing something.
They working, they're burning that midnight oil, man. But they let you know, they got signs up. They'll let you know way in advance, like, yo, the Area 51's up ahead.
They're like, yes, it's real. You guys do your shit.
They will kill you if you get in this area.
That's cool, man. So you were just right there, man. You're all in that shit.
Shellshock says 2009 was when I was there, but I was at the nuke test site, not Creech. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Damn, so you need to be on this show then. I didn't make it that far. I just know I just saw the mountains and just getting how me was on the other side. This is creepy. They doing something over there though. They don't want nobody get close. But
let them do their thing, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, as long as it don't hurt me.
Hey, they levitating.
The fuck? Is that a jetpack? Fucking San Andreas.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the last one is the seventh kind, which is this is the one I did. This was new for me. It says the creation of a human-alien hybrid, either by sexual reproduction or by artificial scientific methods.
So they making.
So like they smashing, they
CRISPR technology. This is where it all came from.
Boom, popping out babies. There was this one thing I came across. All right, that's like some stories where with the seven kind stories. This one lady, they found out she was lying about it, but she wound up coming out saying like, I was abducted by UFOs,
and they impregnate her,
and I got pregnant, and I guess there was.
But she's a virgin.
I don't think she was.
This sounds familiar.
Like it could be though, maybe.
Jesus' wife, Virgin Mary.
They don't think about the Bible. I don't know, but I know she got abducted, and she said she got impregnated by them. And I guess doing an interview, she was like crying and shit. Like she was like, "You didn't come take care of this baby. I can't do this by myself." Da, da, da.
It's expensive.
And then I guess they finding out that she was lying, but she swears up and down that was the truth. So who knows? Who knows? Because she never had the baby.
That is a weird story.
So, but I guess that's like
be that lazy to take care of a kid. Yeah. So I believe her.
A deadbeat alien.
That story is too weird.
He's like, "Oh, I'm out."
Damn.
You can't
but I do hear stories about like how aliens they would impregnate people.
Send them back, get that hybrid baby going.
Yeah, and then their baby come out with different hair color. Like, and then that's when the husband get mad and beat the lady.
Oh, pale skin.
My kid doesn't have blonde hair. But look at my hair.
You cheating on me with a gray, you bitch. Just slap the shit out of her.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
I think aliens, they only abduct people like with good genes.
I've realized this yesterday.
Not talking about gap genes.
I realized this the other day. I don't think they've ever abducted anybody black before.
You know what? You're right.
I think it's only just been maybe white people.
They're racist.
I think they got a specific type. Like they got
aliens are some racist ass people.
They like white meat. Man, don't take me. I don't want to go. I'm cool.
That's interesting. I actually never thought of that.
It dawned on me earlier today. I was reading an article and I was like, okay, white guy got abducted. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, you are right.
I've never seen the Tyrone get snatched up.
Never, because that story would be so like descriptive.
I think the closest we got was when that video dropped. It was like, I like this boat coming down. The hood video with the UFOs showing up. I think that's the closest we got to like black folks.
That's the first kind. Damn, that's fucked up. They don't abduct black people. Damn, I never thought of that. I'm gonna go tell somebody.
But you do have a conspiracy that you said you always said like white people probably are not from this earth anyway.
Yeah, that might be my theory. White people are actually not from here.
They're from some other place. So maybe that might have something to do with your theory. Like,
yeah,
because it's always been white people. I don't know.
Even like light skin, like Asians and shit. Their DNA has been like modified. I think like me, like my DNA, like I was from here, but it's been like super modded. Like my other part of the DNA is from somewhere else. I forgot the planet. They didn't tell me the planet.
Not yet. Yeah. It's too soon.
You'll take a mushroom trip and ask them where you came from, and you'll be surprised what they show you.
Do you want to know?
I was like, really?
Do you want to know?
I'm not from this earth. That's cool. Pick me up.
But it's crazy. Like all these abductions happen because all right. So like the first abduction ever recorded was Barney and Betty Hill, right?
Oh, that's the one I was talking about.
The first. So first of all, this can't be the first human abduction in the fucking history of humanity.
I think it's like one of the first one that's been highly documented.
Yes, because you mean tell me there's like nobody back doing like I don't know fucking slavery and shit days or before then that like Genghis Khan like nobody was getting snatched up then like they just now picked
Columbus. Because
like a lot of people try to disprove it too, saying like for example like with Barney and Betty Davis how it was like they were driving one night, stopped at the diner, got some coffee. And they kept driving. This is like back in like 61, right? And so I think they was up in like New Hampshire or some shit. Oh, they was driving to the house all the way up in like New Hampshire, and so they're driving, and then next thing you know is like, boom. I think it's like maybe like 11 o'clock at night or maybe midnight, and then next thing you know is like, fucking it's 5 a.m.
Yeah, they lost town.
They lost like fucking the entire damn night after that, and it was like, hey, we think we might have gotten snatched up or whatever. We may have been abducted, but they don't remember anything, the interactions or nothing. They just know like they lost a huge chunk of time.
Yeah, and they knew something wrong happened because like their clothes was fucked up, like torn
Yeah,
up.
it was like the shoes was messed up. It was something like
The car had dents and stuff all over it. So they're like, we lost time, but something happened.
Like, there's a gap. Like we're just like 5 hours of like not accounted time or 4 hours, something like that. So they was like, okay, what the hell's going on? And they went to go see, I think it was like a psychiatrist, and they hypnotized them. And the psychiatrist was like, I don't believe they got abducted by aliens, but whatever happened, something happened.
We're about to find out.
And they believe it because I guess he was like hypnotizing.
Yeah.
He was like, because a lot of people was trying to throw out this shit to try. This is just me. I think they said like nobody was ever saying there was UFO abductions until UFOs started coming out in movies and shit, TV shows. So they're trying to say at the time the government, a lot of times, they're trying to say, oh, they're getting this idea because
of the movies.
Because of movies and stuff like that. And I kind of like see where it was coming from with this too. But then I thought, like, when I really thought about it, if I got abducted back in the 1800s, some shit by an alien, how the fuck you gonna be able to explain that shit?
Right.
You can't explain it. But now it's like a movie and shit, and you like UFO movies and stuff. Now you can convey it more because you can't really. It's like going on a trip. It's like going on a trip. Like nobody's gonna stay on a shroom trip unless they go through it themselves. But you can't really describe it with words. Like you got to be there for it. But now that you've got like UFO movies and TV shows coming out, now it's like holy shit. Like I can explain being abducted now because.
So like what did she say while she was under a hypnosis?
So she wound up saying like the one being taken up there, and she wound up started breaking down just everything that she was experiencing. And she's like. There was like a little dude who's like 5 feet. That's what the guy Bill was saying too. This guy who's like 5 feet, and there was one that was like fucking ridiculously tall. It was like not, and we're not talking about like
tall white,
7, 8 feet, like 10 feet tall type shit. And then as they're going throughout the story, the psychiatrist, like I said, was like, I'm not really buying this shit. Like,
he's the one doing the hypnosis bullshit.
But
see, here's the thing about like hypnosis. Like what it does is. It brings back memories. Like let's say
shit.
you get punched in the head and then you lose memory. What hypnosis do? It can open that little folder up where you stored that memory. So when they were doing the hypnosis on this lady, she was opening up this folder where she saw where everything was documented on her experience on that that ship where she was abducted. I believe her, dude. I don't think these old couple was fucking playing around. And here's another fun fact about that couple. Their granddaughter is one of the UFC fighters.
The alien DNA.
Yeah. I forgot her name.
Was she born before that? She had to be after that.
She's the granddaughter.
But, the granddaughter. Cause I kept thinking like daughter. I'm like, she should have been old as fuck for UFC right now.
Yeah, she's she's a UFC fighter. Pretty cool.
Damn, how'd you find that out?
Joe Rogan show.
Oh shit! Damn it, Joe Rogan.
Like, she was on the show, right? And then towards the end of the show, she mentioned that her grandparents were Betty and Barney Hill. Damn. And so that's like one of the most famous UFO abductions.
It's the most famous one.
So Joe was like, "What the fuck? Why are you telling me this now?"
We've already had a 4-hour episode.
Yeah.
Why am I hearing this now?
So now his kid's gonna try to get her back in the
for
studio.
real, because I want to know what her side of the story. Her parents had to tell her this shit.
Yeah. Because they made a TV show, they documented like
everything.
It was like really big back then.
Everything.
But then I saw her on Twitch. She was on the UFC channel, like playing games. Then I asked her about the alien question. I mean, she don't really know much about it. She just knows everything that we know, like the stuff that they show on TV. So it wouldn't be that exciting to get her back on Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
she couldn't tell the same story.
Unless, because if she just knows what we know, then you just wasted the episode.
Peso says aliens built the pyramids. They have the same pyramid on Mars. Yes. They have pyramids in Antarctica. I think you missed that. We talked about that.
Yeah.
The human race migrated to this planet from a different one. Google pyramid on Mars. I'll bring up pictures from NASA probe they sent out. Has pyramids and sphinx. Yeah, dude. I think pyramids are they're the one. Whoever make all the pyramids and shit, they're controlling like a huge chunk of a galaxy. Because every time I take a trip, every time I see fucking pyramids everywhere, and then for some reason I'm like attracted to like pyramids all the time and shit. And I will see them on every trip, and it gets more profound every time, and it's so complex how it looks. Like I'm saying, it looks like a fucking CGI, like high graphic game.
Yeah.
And you see all the little hieroglyphs all over it and shit. It's cool, man. Dude, Earth is dark. When I see Earth is dark, we're trapped. We're being held by something, dude.
Yeah, how come we can't leave this fucking planet? We are legit stuck.
We're stuck.
In a radiation belt. Fuck. We are prisoners.
We're stuck, man.
I've always said this before too. I was like, yo, I think Earth is a prison planet. Like we fucked up in the previous life, and this is where we're like, we're stuck.
It's a pretty cool prison.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you can have sex in this prison and all this stuff. They give you the illusion that you can live your life, but can you really? You can't leave.
There's
here.
laws and rules. But you can have sex, but you can't have sex with everything. Leave that horse alone.
I don't know if you go to India. Oh my God, I was gonna talk about that in small news.
What?
India's making it a thing where it's not a crime to grope a child if they're wearing clothes.
What? That makes no sense.
It's fucking insane. In India, and he was praising him earlier too. I'll get into that small news later.
Who's praising India?
He's like, I think he's an Indian. We talking about like Native American Indian?
I'm talking about their gods.
Oh, that's
India,
right.
their religion.
Okay.
How they have like the belief in like.
Yeah, the beliefs is dope though. Yeah.
It's too
deep. Man.
It's too deep. It's too much detail.
That shit is cool. I'm like, oh, like.
The pyramids at the Phoenix Zoo. I'm going to Colombia tomorrow. They have pyramids there as well. Really? Colombia, where?
What's that?
It's like, yo, they believe in that voodoo down there? Where? Well, continue your story.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so after, so all that shit while I'm going down, and then, they like Bill, like, he didn't want to talk about the shit when the UFO shit went down. He was like, man, I don't want to talk about it. He kind of wanted, like...
Bill, he's black, right?
He's a black dude?
Yeah, one of them is black.
For real?
Or half.
I didn't know
So, black people did get abducted.
He's half, though.
Yeah.
Not the
I
full breed.
think he might be half black or full black because the granddaughter is.
I mean, that's our parents.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, never mind. I don't know.
It might have been our parents that might have been. Yeah, maybe somebody. Yeah.
Go ahead.
But so after it all happened, right? The dude Bill is like, I don't want to talk about it. He kind of like suppressed the shit, like just left it alone. But meanwhile, Betty's like out there, trying to secure the bag. She was like, she's going out there doing speeches and shit, going to colleges, doing lectures and shit. She's telling everybody, like, yes, I got snatched up by the Gray. So she's like selling the story and shit, trying to make the money, which I respect that. You might as well.
So then people start discrediting the whatever her claims are.
A lot of people did. It's just like I said, the same.
Here's like another weird thing. Like when money come in the picture, people stop believing. Yeah, which I think that's a bad move too. Like, it's just because money comes in the picture, you can't just completely dismiss it. Because let's say, like, UFO investigators, right? They spend a lot of money investigating and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so what? They want to sell, like, a movie where they investigated shit. Like, it funds their shit.
It funds their shit, yeah. I mean...
They don't fucking... Where would they even get money to do all that in the first place?
Like, oh, yeah. I'm like, it was like, oh, yeah... I think they're just doing it for, like, that's why this whole story's made up, because they knew they could make money off of it. I'm like...
Right.
Or striking while the iron's hot. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well make money off your shit.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to say, like, all of it is, like, legit like that, because there are scammers.
Yeah,
they make up
scammers,
shit. That's why you just got to be, like, your own judge. You got to just, make your own opinion if you think is real.
Yeah, because even, like I said, the psychiatrist, after you, like, hypnotize him, he was like, I personally don't think they got abducted by UFOs, but something did happen to them where they lost like fucking 5 hours.
Wait, you think they didn't get abducted?
I think they did. I'm just talking about the psychiatrist. Is like psychiatrist saying like
that's what he said.
Yeah, he was like, I don't. He's like, they believe whatever happened to them, they believe it happened to them. Regardless, like we can say what we want, and I can. And then the psychiatrist like, I don't believe it happened. They got abducted, but they believe something did happen to them because they can't account for 4 or 5 hours. And he's like, and you could tell. I could tell if they was lying on us and they was being truthful. Like.
Yeah.
Whether they got abducted or not, who knows? Something did happen, and I even thought about this. Like, what if they stopped at the diner and that shit, and like because they stopped at the diner to get coffee, because I think they was driving home and they were supposed to be getting at home by like around like 3 a.m. But it was like 5 a.m. and it was still like
the hell are they doing out getting coffee at 3 a.m.
Well, because they was driving home and it was like no.
From where? A farm?
I'm not sure where they was coming from. I just know they was going home and
just left the farm.
I think it was like around 11 o'clock at night. They went and got coffee, and then They were supposed to reach home by like around 3 a.m. But then when time
3 a.m. like fucking ghost time.
yeah, ghost time, like the
spirit time,
the witching hour. Yeah, they're supposed to be getting home by 3 a.m. and then all of a sudden it's like 5 a.m. But anyways, I even thought of a theory too. I was like, okay, let's say it's not UFOs. Let's say like, I don't know, fucking CIA slipped them LSD or some shit in coffee and just want to test it out and lost account for like fucking 5 hours.
Possible.
Because I was like, maybe it was something in the coffee. I don't know. That was the other thing I thought of, but I think they legit got snatched the hell up though. Because
Shell Shock says, I saw a documentary years back that say most sightings happen around a military installation or government building.
yes, I was like, for example, hey, Shell Shock, let me know. Were you living in Phoenix at the time where the Phoenix lights went down?
That's back in 97, right?
97, yes.
Man, I remember that day seeing that shit. I didn't see it, but I saw like on the news TV.
Clips, yeah. It's hard to find that clip now too. I found out today because
That was one of the best.
somebody owns it now.
It was one of the best UFO footage I saw like in a long time.
probably in the history of
But now you know what's the new one?
which one?
The fucking alien that they caught going through I think like Puerto Rico or some shit, going through a base, going through a military base.
He flew through it?
It was caught on like a military, like a jet, but it was going through the military, the whole base. That shit it was probably the best UFO footage you'll ever see.
What?
If you see it, you'd be like, okay, yeah, that's legit, 100% real. It's
Is it legit?
it's
I'm
just
trying to find that
cruising.
shit.
It's cruising through the damn military base, like to like come at me.
What I feel like I didn't.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best ones ever.
Shell Shock says, I was in northern, okay, you was in northern AZ at the time? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because, and that's why, like, when people, for example, when the Phoenix lights happen, right, and this is why I started believing, like, okay, a lot of people can't be lying about it, because there was 700 eyewitnesses that saw it, right?
Talking about Phoenix Lights?
There's probably way more than that. I think there's like
There's so much people that saw
but
that.
I think it was like just like 700 people who probably like was telling their side of the story. Like just
It was thousands.
Definitely thousands. And there was a guy who was a truck driver. His name was like Bill Grainer. Out of everybody who came up as an eyewitness, I thought his shit was like the most legit. Like what he said when they interviewed him made more sense to me. I was like, he's telling the truth. I was like, that was like that solidified everything, right? Because like when they interviewed him during the Phoenix lights when all that shit went down. Okay, basically he was like a truck driver, and he's a truck driver, right? And he was driving near, I think, Luke Air Force Base. Shout out to my Luke Air Force Base gang out there. I know some people out there. But he was driving near that base, and he's like, he saw one light hovering over the base of Luke Air Force Base, and fucking jets were taking off, trying to fly near it or whatever. And while he was driving, that's when he was like, okay, like this shit is legit. And he winds up talking about doing the interview. He's like, and this is what he quoted saying in the interview. He's like, before this, if anybody told me they saw a UFO, I would say, yeah, and I believe in a tooth fairy, because he's being like sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
He says, now I have a whole new view. He says, I may just be a dumb truck driver, but I've seen something that don't belong here. He says, I wish the government would just admit it. And this is the part that had me sold. I was like, this motherfucker's telling the truth. How he breaks down this analogy is, now I've got a whole new view. He says, you know, it's like in the city right now. He's like, you know, it's like in the city right now. Talking about in Phoenix. Mm-hmm. He's like, it's like you have 50,000 people in a stadium watching a football game, and everyone's trying to tell you that you're not like what you saw in this game. That the game never happened. So it's like all hundreds of thousands of people just seeing this shit, and you trying to tell us, what y'all saw wasn't real.
Yeah, it was.
And then it pissed him off. He was like, yo, like well, I saw this shit. I don't believe in nothing, but.
No,
I saw it.
It was definitely real. I even think like the news cameras even caught that shit because it stayed in the sky for so long and it stretched out like how big was it? Like 30 football fields, some shit like that.
Yeah, because they tried because they did
And then there was multiple angles of it. It's not just one recording. You can see like a whole bunch of different people recorded this shit.
I actually found out too. It actually happened twice that night. The first time, nobody was ready to record it. Mm-hmm. But
this is back then before cell phones with cameras.
Yeah, shit like that. So people had to like the
big ones,
the big shit.
Yeah, my dad had one of the big ones that you put on your shoulder and shit.
You'd be like, oh, get that workout in it, man.
Yeah, it was cool.
But he was but like at the time there was like 2 sightings that night. The one like a lot of people wasn't ready to record, but the second one was everybody was ready for because after people's like news was spread around like UFOs da. Second time it happened was that's the one that everybody was really seeing. So there's actually the first one a lot of people didn't catch though. But that second one, everybody was like prepared, looking at the sky.
Yeah.
Boom, showed
But
up.
then this is when like the news guys or like the government, they're trying to do the cover up. And what Shell Shock was saying, like they were dropping like flares, making it say like
Bullshit.
they were dropping flares like that. And then they also did like a press conference, right? Where they had a guy dressed up in like an alien outfit and then just saying, it's fake, it's all a joke, and then trying to make people think it's a joke like that. That's how I know, like, oh, that was real, because they're playing like we're dumb.
Oh, what happened? The
During the press
guy
conference.
came up with an alien. Yeah, I saw that. I was watching the video
like,
today.
oh, that's a weird thing for government to do, right? I was like, okay, you guys are trying. You guys think
Trying
we're that
too hard,
stupid.
yeah.
I was a
Trying a
kid,
little
and I
too
was
hard.
like, you think I'm that stupid, you know?
They're trying a little too hard. And it's crazy, too, because there were politicians in Arizona, Tom, who were believing the eyewitnesses' stories. And this one lady, she was being harassed. They was like sticking shit to her door, like, I believe in UFOs, and had like funny drawings of her shit.
So nobody want to like.
Yeah, they was like fucking make it look stupid. But she was like, I just want to hear what they have to. She didn't even say that I believe in UFOs. It was like, I just want to hear their account of it, just for the simple fact that she just want to hear this, like eyewitness side of the story.
So they make fun of people who talk about that stuff. That's why, like, if you do see it, like, why would I talk about it? They're just gonna make fun of me.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I think I'm crazy. And also too, I just found out, and I never knew this. Like a week, I think it might have been a week prior to that. I think it was in Belgium. The same thing happened out there too. A week before the Arizona lights, the
Huge
same
UFO.
fucking
chilling.
V-shaped lights coming out and everything happened in Belgium a week prior to that. So
Them V-shaped ones, man. They're the one that come from like that Planet Valiant Taurus from.
yeah, the flying V.
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks, baby.
That shit. They're the one. They bring the care package.
Yes, that's exactly
They take like one of the presidents up on there. They're like, hey, we want to make a little treaty with you guys,
Drop that shit right on your head.
and we gonna give you guys like fiber optic cables.
Oh shit! Google.
Like, you guys gonna be able to like send so much data through this little cable wire, like anywhere on the planet.
Yeah. Now I just dawned on me. We haven't had like a good abduction story in a while. Like
I think we ever did.
This not only, and I'm not talking about just for like this, on this show, but like in real life, like they're not taking us anymore.
You're saying it's not happening?
Yeah, I mean not us, but like white people. They're not taking white people anymore. Or?
I'm not sure. I haven't really heard any recent stories, but a story happened like Massachusetts,
Close enough.
where everybody saw the same alien going through their town. It was like a bunch of people, like maybe like 200 people. They all saw the same shit. But out of those 200 people, like I think like a handful of them, maybe 10 of them got abducted, right? And they were like, they're in the aircraft. And this lady, this white lady said she saw like them doing all this weird shit to her. But then she saw like a room filled with a whole bunch of kids. So she's like, what are these kids doing here, So she thought that was weird. Then after the whole event happened, they dropped their ass off on the street.
Oh.
On the middle of the street.
Just dumped them?
Yeah. So everybody had like their own story of what happened that night. She had that incident. Another guy, I think he got abducted too. I can't say it. But he got his ass scooped up too. And a whole bunch of people that was in that town, they all saw it from different angles, and they explained like where were they at.
So how would you not be able to, how would anybody not want to believe that? Like, there's gotta be some people who's like, oh, they're all in on it. Like,
no.
Really? Like, really?
Because she said that shit fucked up her whole life.
Probably.
Like it scarred her. Like she say like she have like these severe pains like in her back like forever, like fucked up nerve damage. And then like on top of that, like why would she make up that story? Like she has her own life and shit. She says she never want to come back to the story. The only reason why she did like talk about the story because Netflix approached that town and said, hey, you guys want to like fucking make a documentary on UFO that landed in your town? And they're like, yeah, might as well. Like we need money.
So I haven't had a job in like since I told this story, so
yep.
I could hook me up.
So she told her story, and if you watch it, like it looks legit. Like there's no reason for them to make that up. So I believe like that whole town they witnessed something, and she got messed up.
Yo, that's like the show. Have you ever seen that show? It used to be on Sci-Fi Channel. It's called like the 4400. But like throughout history that humans been here, aliens have been like abducting people, and then one day, like just this show got canceled before they even finished the whole fucking plot. But
they killed a guy.
They dropped everybody off. Like they've been like there were people who were cowboys when they got fucking snatched up, and then when they ended up back in modern day time, they're still just like cowboys and shit. And that's just like
yeah, like they're in the wrong time period.
Yeah, but it's like Basically, they've been on that
I
spaceship
hear
for like
stories like that too.
they've been kidnapping people throughout human history. And it is actually 4,400 people that got kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
So when they all get dropped off, they're like on Earth, like, what the fuck? And there's like little girls who came back who's like parents who've been dead, and their sisters are like fucking grandmas now and shit like that. And they're like still the same age as they were.
Yeah, I
when they
remember
got
that.
snatched up, man. It was a dope show, man. They
Man.
didn't bring that back.
You guys ever heard of that train that they built? I forgot in what country. They built this huge tunnel like through a mountain, right? It took them forever to dig it. And then by the time they were done digging it, the first train that went through that shit, it went through, right? It never came out.
What the fuck?
It's a true story that this train completely disappeared from the tunnel.
What happened to it?
It disappeared. All right? And then there was all the newspapers like, what the fuck happened to this train? Like,
Was it like a bunch of
it's
people?
impossible because there's only one road going through that mountain. It's impossible for that train to disappear. But they said they never came out.
There's a bunch of people on it?
Yeah, the first people to ride the train, like it was the first test. It went in, it never came out. So what they did with that mountain, they blew it up
What are they trying to cover up? Why would you do that?
because they're scared now. This is like back then. But here's the weird story. Like if you look in the like history, right? Like let's say like 30 years before the train incident happened, they said that they came across like a lot of weird people back then. From like it said they felt like they're from a different town. But they were all sick and shit. Like they had like some type of sickness. Cause I'm guessing they went through a glitch and they time traveled back in town. Cause like it's like 30 years before that happened. Like the people in the hospital saying, yeah, we had a whole bunch of sick people and they looked like they didn't even belong in this town. I was like, holy
Like
shit.
clothes and shit that was
Yeah.
wearing?
So there's like stories like all tied in and together and the missing train and like
God damn.
they went blast to the past and then the other half went to the future. They're probably out there in the year 3000.
It was like got scattered throughout time, man.
Shell Shock says one of my sergeants told me he was at one of our bases in Germany when the UFO was spotted there in the 80s.
Oh,
I think like during like 60s, 70s, 80s, there's like the high times of UFO sightings.
Yeah, 70s, 80s. Yeah.
The time where nobody really carried cameras, but their stories are so fucking cool.
I mean, now we still see UFOs, but as far as like abductions and shit, like that shit kind of.
Maybe everybody's just too caught up with whatever's on their phone and they don't really care.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit. Or maybe like ain't nobody paying attention. Like, man, ain't nobody trying to hear your shit about getting abducted.
Well, no one's looking for the kids that's missing on the milk carton no more.
Nah, actually, I heard a story recently of why they stopped doing that. And I forgot why. They used to have the faces of kids on milk cartons, but they stopped it for a reason. I can't remember why. I just saw it recently. I was like, that's fucking dumb. Unless y'all want these kids to never be found, shit.
Maybe they're the one trying to get the kids so they can eat them.
Hey. It's like, damn, all right, cool.
It's like
all
I
right.
found him. Yeah, take him to this location. We'll get him figured out.
The drop point. We'll take it from there.
Oh, thank you for finding him. We lost him too. He kept running, but
Fucking, he pulled the tag out of his body with his teeth.
yeah. Where we on time? We're good.
Today, we good.
Is that good for today's episode?
Solid. Unless you want to do small news or something.
You have small news? I don't really have any small news.
I can save it for next week. I'm gonna try to stack up on it because it's been like, there's been shit going on in the news, but there's a lot of shit I don't want to talk about here on it.
Okay, we'll save it for next week.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So next week, we'll see everybody on Tuesday. Thank you, everybody that fucking joined in on the chat. You guys made it fun.
Love you guys.
You guys are the
Thank
real
you.
ones, real pesos. Tenendo. Hey, Tenendo. Hey, thank you for the raid. Oh, damn, kind of late on that raid.
Shit.
We're about to clock out. But hey, Tenendo, if you're still in here, dude, make that Discord page, and then we're all gonna jump on it, and then we're gonna fucking blow up stocks and shit.
Yes. I don't
Gonna
know.
blow that shit up.
Just so point me in the right direction.
Yep. I'm gonna steal all your money and pump that shit in whatever stock that we decide to pump.
Just pump that shit up.
All right, guys. Peace out. Adios. Next week,
See you guys.
Tuesday, not Wednesday. Peace out. Adios, guys.
See you guys.